Hello everybody, welcome back to my Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous Azata playthrough. Last time we finished up Seela's personal quest. I think we're going to go and do Daeran's now, seeing as it's in the same area. How you doing, Arisone? I haven't got anything more to say after that quest finished. It's fine. Richelieu, you alright? Oh, you got loads to say. Oh, wow. You tried to change your nature and succeeded. How does it feel? I feel reborn. I'm a whole new person now, and the world around me seems remade too. It was always hunt or be hunted for me. I never wanted to be the one who hunts, yet I'm a predator by nature, so I had to restrain myself all the time, to avoid destroying everything around me. I had the eyes of a monster, and they could only see pain and suffering. I couldn't even imagine that there were so many wonderful, beautiful things in the world. I'm still unable to understand many of them, but I will change and will come to understand everything. What's going on with your nightmares? Do they still haunt you? Yes, they do, and that's how it should be. I myself have changed, but my past will haunt me forever. All the evil things that I did, I have a lot of debts to repay. I have no right to forget them, and my nightmares won't allow it. The answer to Desna's riddle turned out to be surprisingly simple, eh? Yes, but it was not about the answer itself at all. What if someone told me something like, Arushale, you need friends at the very beginning of my journey? Of course I needed them. This revelation would not have helped me at all back then. It took me several decades of haphazard wandering in order to understand how dreams work and what I should do with them. The answer was simple, yes, but this journey was the actual lesson the goddess wanted to teach me. Now we know that you can love like mortals do. How does it feel? The succubus blushes. This feeling is so wonderful, yet terrifying. This is why demons are unable to fall in love. Their evil turns them into cowards. To love someone is to open up to the other person, to trust them completely. It means lowering all your shields, knowing that your beloved won't hurt you. Now I understand. She smiles. Now I love you. Shall we spend some time in private? Maybe later. I have to go. I'll be watching you. I'm sure Seela will have something to say now that we've finished her questline. Our gigantic proportions hasn't worn off. Neither has the horses. Good day. Clear skies. Yeah, you can see him from up there, can't you? What do you say? Where are we heading off to today? How do you feel now, after the whole story with the stolen souls, Sunhammer, and the League of the Inspired Cart? I feel a burning desire to kick the last demons back to the abyss, sleep for a week, and then celebrate. Seela gives you a broad smile. Then she says more seriously, I'm glad it's all over now, that it ended the way it did. A huge burden has been lifted from my shoulders. Thank you. I'm going to go and try and talk. We have some odd vibes from Haramatan, the guy leading the, I think it was the Logistics Council. I think he's on the roof here. I want to see if we can call him out on some of the perception checks that we made of him. Again, I'm not sure. Maybe you have to pass all the perception checks. I know that we missed one near the beginning. Commander! Captain Haramatan salutes you. What are your responsibilities in my army? Enlisting, screening, and training recruits. Furthermore, by Her Majesty's order, I was appointed as the chair of your staff council. As he mentions Galfrey, his voice assumes a tone of deference and reserved pride. Tell me, Captain, what does the staff council do? In short, we make sure that whenever orders are given, they are executed properly. Our job is to keep the soldiers' morale high, so they always follow their officers' commands without question. As for the officers themselves, we look out for any unseemly or incompetent types who subvert the troops' trust. I will report any staff-related issues to you, suggest solutions, and ensure that your directives are followed. Okay, I have to go. We'll see. I don't know. I felt like we finished the line of the staff council, but maybe there's more to do. How are you doing, Alan? Oh, nothing more to say. That's alright with me. The recording's going to go up a bit later today. I've been proper busy this week, so my schedule's got a bit off. Also, looking at... I mean, I'll do like a post about this, I think, as well, but there probably won't be any videos this weekend. I'll try and get one up on Friday, but I'm away Saturday and Sunday, so things should return back to normal on Monday. My plan originally was to record a few episodes in advance, so there'd still be stuff going up, but then I just haven't been able to this week. It all very much caught up with me. But it's alright. The benefit of something like this is really it's up to me when I upload. I'm relying on coffee to power me through this this session. Let's go to court. We'll take Ulbrich with us. Again, I think efficiency-wise, there should be a way to quickly fast travel around Dresden that you can activate not just when you're... Because I think you can activate that when you leave your main court and when you first enter the city, but then when you leave all the locations you can fast travel to, you just have to walk around, and it's slightly upsetting. Ulbrich, you're back on night watch. Good for you. Yeah, Ruchele, you're still the best at camouflage. Ember, you're the best at effective rituals. How much harm or good did the hags protecting the village do for those people? Can we ever know? I condemn them, but I think they are still better than demons. Oh, this is Chili Creek she's talking about, isn't it? Maybe my gran was a hag too. That would explain a lot. No, really. Yeah, the first time I ever played through this game, like I said, I didn't get all the way to the end, so parts of Act 5 are new to me. And it was a few years ago as well. Well, more than a few. It was back when the game was new and before a lot of the DLC had come out. So that's why Ulbrich's completely new to me, his questline and things like that. I think the first time I did it, though, I had pretty much the same party composition, except I think I had Nenio instead of Ulbrich. If I remember correctly. I think I like this party composition in terms of character anyway. I think on any higher difficulty it would struggle in terms of damage output, because we've not got, you know, any heavily armoured people or things like that. But I like this party. I think most of my favourite characters are in it. Except Regil. Let's look at the army first. We're removing... Oh yeah, we've got a... Can we have a force approaching from somewhere? Oh no, we dealt with those, didn't we? We just wanted to get back to attacking the demon armies in this area. Yeah, I guess everyone just carry on with what you're doing. Oh, everyone's got more slots for their army now. That's good to know. Yeah, everyone just keep tracking. Wish this moved faster. Maybe there's a way to control, to affect that in the settings that I've missed, but... Oh well. I like that this army is a level 8 army now. And you've got one more slot as well. It's good to keep in mind. We'll add these Righteous Azatas to the mix. Our main army. Yeah, everything's ready for the relics augmentation. Introducing the officers to Inandri's treaties. The officers have been introduced to Indara's treaties. Inandri's, where did I get that from? Yeah, all generals gain +1 level to the master maneuver fee, which gives them an extra slot. The craftsman of the crusade can refine the staff known as the wicked dope in order to return it into a relic and then present it to the commander. What kind of item will they make? They will make has yet to be decided. Branded mail of dope. Or the quarterstaff. This is such a silly name, but I love it. I mean, neither of these are that good, are they? Oh, it's an intermediate step with the relics. There's still more to do. Make up a quarterstaff of dope. A skilled craftsman cleaned the withered vines from the wicked dope staff and recovered its battle-like appearance. Heart blood. The scouting party has discovered a blood spring that heals wounds and can even save those who are terminally ill. The healers are asking for permission to use this blood in the making of healing potions, but there are numerous accounts that those healed by the waters of this spring have become more hateful and ruthless. Yeah, it's a bit suspicious. All units gain the tough feat. It's not even really worth it. Yeah, refuse the request. Despite its useful qualities, the blood spring frightened the soldiers. The knowledge that they will not be forced to drink blood potions has lifted the spirits of many. And we've got loads more decrees available to us now. Let's do the development ones first. No, sorry, the rank up ones first. Yeah, and strengthen the train of command too. Where's the one that's... Yeah, strategic routes. We need logistics for that, don't we? Let's enchant Baphomet's Fire. I've got this like tiny cut on the very inside of my nose that is really irritating. The lands of Yathwatch we need to go to, right? Yeah. Okay, we go here, and then we... Oh, we're actually really close to where Land's mission is too. I guess we should do that pretty soon. Seeing as we've already teleported here. Got a puzzle there, we've got some sort of location there. And Daeran's main location. What's this army like in this fort? Oh, that's the one that's just full to the brim of skeletons, isn't it? That'll be pretty tough for this general. How easy would it be for us? Oh, it's a long journey for our main army. We'll wait for the teleportation. Oh, you know, I wish I'd noticed that this was here, because this probably would be easier to go to than the than Daeran's. Oh well, we're here now. Evade the enemies. Takes nearly a full rest to get here. Let's go do Daeran's first, and then we can do the other ones on the way back. We should have movement again now. Good. Okay, you 5 can join this force. I know I said about never bunching people up, but maybe I'll keep an eye on if there's any armies with generals, and then they're the ones that we'll avoid doing that with. Honestly, down here would actually be much better for this army. Oh, it's not too far to circle around. Okay, we'll wait. We'll come around this way. How easy is it? Okay, you change course and go to the lands of Yathwatch. That's where we can finish the recruitment. Well, not recruitment, sorry, reinforcement. Oh! Call to arms is reactivated. Perfect. Wow. That was an incredible... we went from 5 of the Brillani to 21. That feels like a good upgrade. Yeah, we don't have Sula with us, but we don't need to go in there anyway. We're going to the trap for the other. We will rest before going in. I'll bet you've learned a ton of songs already, huh? Or whatever Desna likes folks to do. Give us a song, will ya? I mean, I'm still not comfortable singing on demand like that. I know how you feel, Arushale. I think it's the most annoying thing, especially if it's like, well, with any skill really, but like if someone says, oh, like if someone's like, oh, I'm a comedian, or oh, I'm a musician, and the first thing someone does is like, oh, do something for us. It's like, just because I like to do it doesn't mean I'm just gonna, you know, do it on cue, or want to do it on cue. Sometimes there's a specific context you want to be in. Oh yeah, there's cards too. Do I want to go for this fort first? I'm going to go for this fort just in case while we're down here this opens up some new locations as we clear that fort, and then we can do it while we're here rather than running away anywhere. Okay. Enter the trap for the other. Do not allow the other to suspect an ambush. Okay, Daeran, don't take what's about to happen personally, but we're going to have to freak you out a bit. Okay, yeah, Ulbrich, you go on the flanks. Like Ivu is.
Missed me already.
I'm going to pre-buff. Okay. Let's go and try and trap the other. With Leota's plan. If for some reason I thought that Daeran's last quest would take us back to his estate. Guess I was wrong, unless there's something after this. Oh. Just finish my coffee. Leota plays his role perfectly. He stands before the improvised place of execution, formidable and emotionless, like the living embodiment of an inescapable retribution. Commander, I'm glad to see that you held up your end of the deal. The Mendev Inquisition thanks you. We will take custody of the criminal now. It's hard to read anything on Daeran's face. My, what a curious installation. Count Arande, the Mendev Inquisition finds you guilty of treason, criminal links to demonic cults, orchestrating the murders of several of this country's citizens, who were killed and decapitated by you or your accomplices in Canabris and a range of other places. I, Leota Hawkblade, Inquisitor and Exterminator of the demonic blight by the grace of the Inheritor, have been authorized to carry out the sentence. Death by fire. With the permission of the Commander, we will begin. Daeran dants a glance at you, seemingly lost for words. Oh, we have to use our own diplomacy. Our diplomacy isn't very good. It's weird that that's prefaced as tell the truth. I do care about. I'll say, so if you want to make it the truth, you can say I don't care about you, or you can pretend you don't care. We'll do the bluff option, although we don't have a good chance of actually passing this. I should have done something to shore up my persuasion. I didn't really take into account that it might do this. I thought I mean, I assumed it would take away Daeran as the one that was doing the check, but maybe one of our other party members would. We'll try bluffing. Lie. I never really cared about you. I'll hand you over to the Inquisition without a second thought. Success. The Inquisitor, how close was that success? We rolled a 17. Lovely. The Inquisitor, who seems to be listening to something only he can sense, gives you a subtle nod. It appears everything is going as planned. The rest of your companions exchange bewildered glances but keep watching without a word, understanding that something unusual is about to happen. Daeran seems shaken by your words. He looks away for a moment, then asks with feigned glee, "Burnt at the stake? Hmm? A trifle old-fashioned. I thought you'd offer something a little more sophisticated for your noble clientele. But what interests me most was what your role in all this... What your role is in all of this, Nest." Okay, so it's got easier to bluff. We'll lie again. My role? I was the one who reached out to the Inquisition and asked them to investigate you. Like a fool, you followed me, yet all the while I knew I would soon throw you to the Church's slathering hounds. Failed, okay. The shadows around you seem to deepen and the light begins to hurt your eyes. Angry whispers hiss just at the periphery of your hearing. Anger flares up in Daeran's eyes, but he immediately hides it behind a mask of indifference. Such a highly, highly commendable act by such a truly, truly decent person. Wouldn't you agree, Commander? Leota stands motionless like a statue. He stares at you expectantly, as if asking your permission to continue. We'll lie again. You are not my friend or my ally. You're just a bargaining chip. I'll have forgotten you entirely by the time the first of your blackened ashes are carried off by the winds of the world wound. Success. Leota gives a barely perceptible nod. A circle of runes starts to glow faintly at his feet. I see no point in going along with this drama any longer. Daeran's voice drips with venom. The most contemptuous smile imaginable flashes on his lips. I have no desire to entertain you and your friend, Commander. Feel free to do what you have planned. I hope that your attempt to rid the world of Daeran will not lead to any unforeseen incidents. With a blank face, the Inquisitor raises the torch. Let justice be served! There is a palpable shift in the surroundings. Everything seems to tremble, like in the moment before a thunderstorm. There are no bolts of lightning or rolls of thunder, but the sensation of some malicious presence, enraged and bewildered, rings through the air. We did it, Commander! It is coming, right into our trap! A scream of a dozen voices, soundless but powerful, drills into your ears and resounds over the land. The ritual circle drawn by the Inquisitor flares to life.
I will defend my dream.
Defeat the other. Hello. I'm sure this has some powerful buffs. Let's do a quickened Joy of Life first. That Joy of Life is very powerful, so I need to make the most of it. We'll turn Piranha Strike back on for now. Also turn on Perfect Strike. Okay, we hit it quite well. Let's do a quickened Haste. And then Wargis, you come and give it a stab. Chalet. Oh, it's immune to quarry. Interesting. Okay. Do a quickened Sense Vitals.
I will resist.
Oh, its buffs aren't that good. What was that? Sorry about that. My cat just apparently had a problem with the lamp. Knocked it off. A sudden silence falls over the battlefield. It is accompanied by the sensation of sinking into deep water, slowly and inevitably. The surface grows further and further away. The darkness grows deeper and deeper around you, and below is nothing but bottomless black. Voices sound inside your head. Not voices. Images. Ideas. Deal. The blackness seems to extend its hand, a vague extremity, an open palm. Deal. Let go. Let go of us. An agonizing yearning for freedom grows through you, piercing your entire self. It comes from without, but you feel it as if you feel it as your own. Reward. You get reward. Power. Away. We will go. Away. The old door is closing. We will step back. A picture of Daeran's severed head, dripping with blood, appears before your eyes, looking eerily real. What are you? A stream of feelings and images crashes upon your mind. They cannot be described in any language you know. You can only sense the general shape of them, the direction, the aftertaste. Space, void, death, infinity, journey, escape, hunger. Over and over, hunger. What do you want? Secret. Keep secret. Door. Close the door. A desperate desire to break free from the trap and escape lances through your mind and heart. I'm guessing closing the door kills Daeran because it showed us a 7 head. Well, we wouldn't do that anyway. I refuse. You will die, creature. The feeling of sinking into the depths is replaced by the sensation of a whirlpool rolling around you. Death. Freedom. Freedom. Death. Oh, it's re-healed. Cheeky. Oh, I need to remember to turn off Quicken. It messes with my magic attacks. Oh, wow. A ton of damage there. Rushley, can you finish it off? You alright, Daeran? Daeran wraps his arms around himself for a moment, clutching at his shoulders. With a slightly crazed look in his eyes, he surveys the area, his gaze never resting on anything in particular. His lips move, but no sound comes out. At last, the Count says, "It's over." I hope it is. The Commander and I spared no effort to home in on this entity, and then to lure it into a trap. I assume now you understand the real reason behind everything we put you through, Count. I am especially proud of my overly ruthless Inquisitor speech. I like you, Sir Not-So-Ruthless Inquisitor. It is a real shame that I shall have to kill you. Daeran, what are you talking about? Well, Daeran is speaking in a strange manner, apparently marvelling at the sound of his own voice, tasting each word on his tongue. Either that, or the Inquisition will grip me by the throat and finally execute me. Unless they decide to lock me up in some closed facility for clerics and mages who would look suspiciously like a prison. Leota remains calm, despite the heavy toll of combat and the threat onto his life. Count, you are without a doubt guilty of being in contact with a vile entity from the beyond and of concealing signs of its presence in Mendev and the Crusade. That makes you an accomplice to all the crimes committed by this other, whatever it is. Of course, Mendevian justice in all its glory. It is my duty to pass your case to the Inquisition Tribunal, but I'm certain that the judges will take into consideration your youth and the extreme circumstances under which you first encountered the entity, and they will treat you with leniency. I seriously doubt that the death sentence will even be raised as a possibility, but... Leota pauses. Count, can you still use your abilities as an oracle? What? What does that have to do with... You can. I am positive of it. I know how abilities like yours work. Unlike clerics, you do not gain your power by choice. You do not choose your deity, you are simply your destiny. You are simply chosen. The other, whatever it was, chose you. You became its gateway and thus acquired your power. Now it is dead, but this power still remains within you. This means that the gateway wasn't sealed with the death of its creator. Hence, you, Count, are an open road into the unknown, where these horrible head-collecting entities come from. You remain a threat, and this means there is a high probability that the tribunal will decide to send you to a closed asylum, where you will remain under the church's supervision for the rest of your life. Do I get a say in this? Your achievements are great, Commander. Perhaps the Mendev's Inquisition's tribunal will listen to your arguments, but I can't promise anything. Daeran, do you have anything to say about the gateway and all the other things Leota is talking about? Daeran licks his lips nervously. Of all those assembled here, I may know the least about these creatures and what they were trying to do to me. I was simply instructed to keep my mouth shut, otherwise the next severed head would be my own. So I said nothing. I have been saying nothing for 10 long years, while they used me to come and go from this world as they pleased. Oh, I don't know how it works. I don't know if there is some road inside me or where it may lead. There must be another way to resolve this. Another way? I'm afraid there is no such way, Commander. Don't ask me to sacrifice my principles. I will never do that. The only thing I can say is that the tribunal's verdict, no matter what it will be, will most probably not be carried out as long as active hostilities continue in the Crusade. But after they are over, we will have to step in. Actually, there is another way. You can kill me right here and now. Daeran chuckles, then waves his hand and rubs his eyes tiredly. I am not joking, and I am not being overdramatic. I am not going to that damned tribunal, and I am not going to any damned asylum. This life, so-called life, they have prepared for me is everything I have ever hated, with a little extra on top. I will not be able to live like that. I never even want to try. I would much prefer to take one final breath as a free man, than to live decades more with a noose around my neck. Well, sorry, Leota. You aren't the first Inquisitor I've had to kill, but I'm not handing over Daeran. I do feel a bit bad about this, though. Alas, I cannot accept what you plan to do to Daeran. Daeran stares at you with a surprisingly sincere expression of gratitude. I do believe that was the most significant thing anyone has ever done for me. Isn't that touching? And now, if you'll allow me, I intend to fight back as hard as I can to keep you from lawlessly murdering me. Goddess, Leota Hawkblade takes his final stand.
Let's have some fun.
Sorry, Leota. I really don't want to kill you. I don't really hold anything against you, but I also don't blame Daeran, especially as the only people he's killed have been people that we probably would have killed anyway, because they were crusaders and demons. But we do not like rigidity to the law. I guess he is definitely dead. He just exploded. They didn't put up much of a fight. Can we not even talk to Daeran now? It's strange that there's no way to even try to convince Leota to just let this slide. He's too rigid in his principles. Or not willing to sacrifice Daeran. Both from a gameplay standpoint, because he's a core part of our party, but also from a narrative standpoint, I don't think Nest would be down with judging him.
Always watch your back.
I think the only option she'd pick would be either to kill Daeran on the spot or to help him. We went for helping him. Doesn't feel great. I don't feel great about it, though. If that counts for anything.
It's an odd word. Freedom.
Why did you mention freedom?
Because it is the greatest treasure, second only to life itself, which many fail to appreciate, sadly. People are so eager to shackle themselves, sacrificing their freedom, and they don't even realize it. Well, so be it. I am free now, and I, for one, do know how to appreciate my freedom.
We just killed a man for your sake.
Oh, yes. And I even feel something approaching regret. This Inquisitor didn't seem such a dreadful hypocrite, unlike the others of his kind. He died for his beliefs. Such is life. The genuinely righteous always die first. But he knew the risks. I doubt I would ever be willing to sacrifice everything I am for the sake of a stranger.
I have so many questions for you about the other and more.
Let's postpone this conversation till we are back at camp or somewhere else safe. Apologies, but I'm too exhausted now to talk about it. First, I need to convince myself that it's all over.
We have to go.
I rarely say things like this. I have never said anything like this to anyone before, to be precise. But I am amazed by everything you have done for me. I'm not sure I deserved it, but still, I am very grateful.
Oh, that's nice of you to say, Daeran. He's the devil in our party, the evil voice in our ear. It's more fun to have a broad range of perspectives rather than just, oh, everyone in my party is good and always telling me to do the good thing. I'd say, where have all my armies gone? I don't know. I think I merged them all, didn't I? You can come and join this army down here, please. I'll save myself some time and just merge them all in one go. Oh, why did you overshoot them? You normally stop when you meet another army. Okay, we can't really go that way. Anything at this closed portal? No. Okay, go down here. Let's see what the... You were spotted by a travelling merchant. Oh, sure. This is the skeleton guy, isn't it? Hello, Skeletor. Why, it's you again. Good to see ya. I do love repeat customers. It's a shame they don't live long in these parts. Have a look, and don't be stingy. Take your pick, no penny pinching. And when you're all out of money, get some more, then come find me again. I'm always around here somewhere, or maybe over there. Or if you're really lucky, I'll be way over there. What do you sell now? Oh, I have the wisest choice of merchandise. Right now I've got a fine selection of magical, mysterical spell thingies. Magiconial. Everything a wizard could want. Either way, could you advise me what would sell best in these parts now? I have a choice of exotic wares from faraway lands. Then there is the personal protection equipment and a whole arsenal for a hunter. Let's see the goods from exotic lands next time. Noted! Seek me out on the roads with new goods to buy. Show me your wares. Arrow catcher. Sure, we'll take that for one. We don't need a kinetic diadem. Headband of mental perfection sounds good. Greater bolster. What does bolster do again? That's pretty good. You might fork over a lot of money here. Let's take the headband of mental perfection as well. Nothing wrong with having an extra one of those. Do price in descending order. Okay, take the breastplates. Just I'm gonna sell off all the gear I just took from murdering the Inquisitors. Yeah, take the full plates. And take all these weapons. Especially the ones that I'll never use. Ooh, a longsword +5. I might give that to Sealer. Or I should have given Sealer Radiant, shouldn't I? We don't need the longsword +5. Or the dagger +3. We have better things than those. Don't need the quarterstaff 4. We have so much money. Deal. Ring of Renowned Artisan. This ring grants the wearer +12 competence bonus to Knowledge Arcana and a +5 bonus to checks to craft spell scrolls. Now where we got? Is that from Derek Sunhammer that we got that? Interesting. Nice to see you again, Skeletor. Ooh. Got a demon army approaching, have we? Oh, another one from over here. That's good to know. In which case, you're changing course. We might as well put some of you in here too. No, don't move the level 1 army. What are you doing? Okay, you guys carry on. Let's go squash this army first. One fireball. Pulling it now. Oh, not quite. Ah, another level up. This army is close to being full now. Flanking grants a +4 bonus to attack instead of a +2 bonus to attack. All units in the army gain a +6 bonus to AC instead of a +4 bonus to AC when making the total defense action. Is that when you just don't move? Yeah, it does not move or act during its turn. Let's go without flank. Guaranteed ability Dimension Door. Interesting. Another army. Right there. Makes this simple. Okay, one fireball. Just gonna do it. Yeah, one fireball. Easy. We can have you carry on till location. Okay, you go and hit this army, please. This is going to be... how does the burning liquid? Try and kill the Vrox. Nowhere near close. Okay, Hedge Knights, you hit the Brimmer Axe. Javelin throwers, you start whistling down the dretches. Rogues, you can go and hit. Yeah, go and give them a hit. Hopefully you can kill the Vrox. No. Well, the rogues get another move though. That's nice. Go and hit the Brimmer Axe then. Demons, you go and hit the Dretches. You go and hit the Dretches too. We still have more siege abilities. Got to use them. Perfect. It's just these lowly Dretches. Everybody just focusing on them. Let's speed this up. Do Song of Seasons. Hopefully that should finish them off when we get round to our next round. There you go. Perfect. And next turn we can, next round of movement, we can do that fort. I would like to enter Bear's Shrine. Okay, this place looks big. Formation's messed up again. How much buffing do I need to redo? I've still got time on most of Daeran's buffs, so that's good. I have rested, haven't I? Yeah, I've rested. Oh no, I haven't. Okay, interesting. No one's fatigued or anything though. In that case, I'll try and make do with the buffs that I've got. Just do a little bit of greater heroism on the most important fighters. Reapply mage armor on everybody. Oh, actually, I should have rested thinking about it. Because I'm not going to have nests buffs. Well, we could always rest while we're here. We'll see what kind of opposition we come across in this area. Oh, and Waldriff doesn't have his mutagen anymore, does he? Yeah. Some of the buffs refueled because I did Joy of Life. Not only up to a certain level. Do some of these ones. Get echolocation back. Yeah, these ones have all worn off. Do Ode to Miraculous Magic again. Do Deadly Beauty again. And this one again. Hopefully that will be enough. The ruined earth is steeped in corruption. Oh, hello. Okay, nothing down here. Succeeded the athletics check. Okay, we've got zombies. Hopefully these won't cause us too many problems. So we'll just move here and do haste. Rushlate, shoot them. Prayer from Daeran. Ember, you move up. Let's do Hellfire Ray on the Ranger. Great, killed it. Ulbrig, time for Death from Above. Turn on your Griffin aspects.
Cover me, all right?
Oh, hello. Hello, cat. How you doing?
This is my kind of work.
Dust falls from the rotting ruins. Okay, I guess that chest was all that's needed to be found in here. Keep looking around.
Crusading isn't
Oh,
that
more
boring
zombies.
after all.
You know what? I don't think we need turn-based mode on to handle these.
Die already.
Oh, did that do anything? Ulbrig, Death from Above over here. No, I got there at the moment, Georgie. Hey, no foot biting, please. Thank you. I think she's hungry. It is near lunchtime, isn't it? I'll feed you in a second, Georgie. No. You have never learned patience, have you? You've learned persistence very well. Hey, okay, I'm gonna go feed her. Okay, cat fed. Let's carry on. Dead warrior maiden. Hello? Oh. Stop, stranger. Stay your hand. I remember everything. Don't kill me, for I am already dead. Know that my name is an Eyrie of the Neverrun, the dead heir to a dead clan of a dead nation. I perished on the day of my wedding, stranger. I have nothing left. The only thing now holding my bones in this accursed land is my hunger for vengeance. I know that my beloved Selden, who I was unable to be joined with in life, is here somewhere. He suffers as I do. If I could find him, if I could see him again, even just once. Why did you attack me? Forgive me, stranger. I mean you no harm. My clanmates and I, we are close to losing our sanity entirely. How much time has passed since the day of our deaths? 10 years? 100? 1,000? We have been wandering here for an eternity already, dreaming of vengeance, unable to find peace. Praise be to the ancestors that my reason has returned to me at least. Who do you seek vengeance against? The enemy, the murderer, the invader. The demon warrior's rasp turns into a furious cry. The demon that killed us and profaned our temple. He is still here on the mountain, in our desecrated shrine. If only I was stronger, I'd cleave his blaspheming head from his shoulders. I cannot deal with him on my own. I sense power in you, but even you will struggle to defeat him. I beg you find my Selden. He is here like me. He cannot find peace. Call him to your aid. Together we can overpower the monster. What will I get if I help you? Our temple was desecrated long ago, and those who once prayed there are now dead. You can take the temple treasures. No one will condemn you, if first you kill the one who killed us. Alright, I'll help you. Thank you, stranger. To see the clan of my beloved, the fearless Tamers, light the lantern in front of the temple. But do not set foot within the temple, do you understand? The monster is too powerful. It will kill you, and you will join us in our hopeless hungering for vengeance. Here, take it. The dead warrior holds out a ring. I fear my sweet Selden has lost his mind just as I have. The ring will make him remember who he is. Together we will have our vengeance. I am placing my hope in you. I have hope for the first time in many, many years. Okay. Show the bride's ring to the groom. And kill the demon. Is that on this? Is that in a different location? Oh no, the temple's just there. Okay. Lantern sparks to life with an icy ghostly flame. She said we shouldn't go into the temple. Should we go back to the village? Is that what we're meant to do? Okay, now we're dealing with ghosts. They're still no trouble for us. I would say I think we should be able to handle the demon just fine, but... I've been caught off by optional bosses before. Yeah, I'm guessing we go back to the village. Will it be Selden's ghost or something like that that we find? Aubrey, you do death from above over here. Urushala, you shoot those ones. Where's Ember? Perfect. In the shimmering reflections of the ghostly water, of the ghostly light on the water, you see anguished faces. Selden, buddy. I have a message from your wife. I'm guessing this is Selden. There's just one of him on his own. Yeah, there you go. Stop! I can't believe it. Where did you get this ring? The spectral warrior freezes, gazing at the ring his bride gave you. Who are you? Selden of the Tamers, son of the chief and his successors as the defender of our land, and his successor as the defender of our land. The spirit looks at his translucent hands. But that is not who I was in life. But that is who I was in life. Now I am just a shade, a fistful of dust on the wind. I was killed on my wedding day. I died, leaving behind no descendants. My clan is destroyed, my land desecrated. Who am I? No one. What is left of me? Only the hope for vengeance. Selden, I was sent here by Eneri, your bride. The time has come to avenge yourself. Eneri? It can't be. She died right in front of me. So did you, my love. And you are still here. The dead warrior holds out her decaying hand. We were prevented from being joined in life, but now no one can keep us apart. My beloved, I sensed that you were near. I thought I heard your voice, but I could not see you. It's been so long. My reason has almost slipped away entirely. Thank this noble stranger for helping to reunite us. And now we must go. Our killer is still inside the desecrated shrine. It is time to claim our vengeance. Okay. I'm gonna... Fingers crossed that we can handle this as is, but I am going to quick save just in case this demon is a lot tougher than... Because we haven't got all the buffs that we normally have activated. So I'm going to hope that we can manage it. But just in case, we could always rest before going in if it turns out to be much harder than it looks. We'll pre-haste. Urushala, you reactivate your buffs, seeing as you can. Let's do Joy of Life as well. Cool. Where's Daeran? Prayer, please. And Burst of Glory. Shield of Law. There you go. Now let's go. It's weird that some buff spells have to overcome spell resistance. But Shield of Law is a good thing, so there's no reason for you not to want it on your party, but then there's a chance your buff could just not work.
Time to
You the demon?
their treasures.
Sin Guzzler. Murder! Desecrator monster, you killed us, but we have returned. We will have our vengeance for ourselves. Oh, okay. I'll destroy you once. I destroyed you once, pathetic mortals, and I'll destroy you again. He's got like power fists. It's with his claws. Oh, we've had perfect strike active this whole time. Oh, stupid. Okay, do force punch.
Cover me.
Oh, he's gonna be fine. You're nothing to worry about. Maybe I spoke too soon. No, don't worry, Joe. There's nothing wrong with this. This guy's gonna be fine. There's a whole group of us. Death from above, Albrig. There you go. Oh, second phase. What happened? Fully healed. Okay, is it gonna keep doing that? Never forget to do quarry. It's always useful.
Guide my hand.
The demon is dead. We are avenged. Thank you, stranger. We're free, oh ancestors. We are coming to you. Now we will be together forever. Farewell, Sarkoris. Nice. Oh, that looks like a unique piece of armor.
I'm the best.
The stone has the stone bas relief depicts the heroic feats of the Neverrun clan's legendary ancestors in the arabesque language of visual metaphors. Okay. We could have handled that demon fine. There's no cause for worry. Gnawed, dried out bones and mixed in with the rubbish.
Might be trapped.
Oh,
Might be
hello.
treasure.
Secret door. We like a secret door. The smell of stale air drifts out from the secret room. It is unlikely that anyone has set foot in here in the last 100 years. Aw. Thought there'd be something better. No matter. Oh well. Is there something in the back? That looked like a, looked like there was other rooms. Okay, doesn't look like it.
That's easy.
See you soon, Guzzler. You are underwhelming. It's a shame we can't rejuvenate the land here. That'd be a nice way to send off. Yeah, our army can't steal much. Let's go to the Forgotten Secrets. Hopefully we have the puzzle pieces to actually do something here. feel like we still have to find one more set of pieces. I can't remember if we did if we did 2 or 3 puzzles, but I know we found a puzzle location, we didn't have the pieces, and then we found one set of pieces thing around. Oh! I guess this puzzle just has... Nope. Thought that was going to have the puzzle pieces inside. They're normally in boxes that look like that. I'm going to assume there's no enemies hanging around. There usually aren't in these locations. Can't dimension door up there. I really don't like these puzzles.
Precisely.
They are frustrating. Okay, we do have these ones. Nice. Okay, so I think I understand the logic of them. See if we can solve it.
Always
Oh,
watch your back.
missed a bit. So yeah, the way it works is like you need to match the rows and columns with the symbols that are available there. Then also, so for example, this piece here must be a double horse piece because that's the only thing that would line up with that. Is there a double horse piece? And that means that this piece here would be a single horse piece, but I'm not sure which one, so we'll leave it for now. This one would have to be horse and then either blade or star or a hashtag. Oh, it'd have to be horse and hashtag because this one would need a hashtag there. I'm gonna try. I normally look these ones up, but now I understand the logic of them, or at least I think I do. I'm gonna try and solve it. Yeah, horse hashtag. Flip it round so the horses line up. And this one, we want to want hashtag and then blade probably. And maybe here can be double blade because it would need to connect for a blade and then something else. Hashtag blade. There you go. Or maybe double hashtag would work here. Is there anywhere else where double hashtag could go? Oh, okay, you know, this one needs to be double hashtag, I think, because... Yeah, hashtag, double hashtag. And then this one needs to be blade and hashtag, so the blades line up. There's hashtag, yeah, hashtag blade, there you go. Okay, so the hashtags all line up. And then this one should be double blade, I think. Yeah, we need a blade in there. We also need a blade for it to connect. Double blade. So far, this is all making sense. Okay, so then we now just have the filler pieces. So it doesn't. There's no aligning things here. It just needs to all line up. So here we need blade and then something else. We've got blade and horse. Let's do blade and 3 stars. And then here can go 3 stars and yeah, I guess hashtag's fine. Oh no, we need a hashtag available for one for here. Unless we have one. Let's check if we still have one. No, we don't. Okay, so this one needs to be 3 stars and horse. Rotate it. This one needs to be hashtag. The hashtag one. Hashtag and 3 stars. And then, yeah, this one needs to be the horse one. Did I do it? If I've done this wrong, I'm going to look it up because... You serious? Come on. I swear that should be right, shouldn't it? Unless all the puzzles follow a different logic. But following the logic of the last puzzle... I've got hashtags and blades in this row. And then in these columns I've got, yeah, all horse. Oh, wait, no. I just need to swap this one around. There you go. Oh, okay. Actually figured it out on my own. Happy about that. We got an elven note. There's elven notes in all of these. Perfect. There you go. Now I understand the logic of it. I wish there was somewhere that actually told you what the logic was. I guess you can figure it out, but very obtuse in my opinion. I don't think I'm the only one that thinks that about these puzzles. But they aren't especially popular. Now, I think, how many more of those puzzles do we need to solve? Solve the core of the riddle. We need to solve the legacy of the ancients and the final veil. I think in terms of our inventory, we still need to find the pieces for one of those. Yeah, we've got the pieces. I'm not sure which one we have the pieces for. Final veil's over here. And the core of the riddle's here. You can get to the core of the riddle quite easily. Where's the actual port? Okay, the intellectual prison portal's over here. Still blocked by those armies. Let's rest. Just so hopefully we can get our army on the move. Why are mortals always striving to become rich? Your world is so interesting, so full of things to dream of. But lots of people think only of money. You can dream about pies in the sky and it doesn't cost you a thing. If you want to make your dreams come true, you need to put some money on the table. Cool. What's this army like? Oh, this is the one with tons of skeletons in. And I hope we can deal with it. Block of 1,000 is a little intimidating, but we have overpowered spells. Let's do Firestorm. Why was I even worried about a unit of 1,000 when we can kill that in one shot? And then Fireball. Easy. What was I even worried about? Long ago, a necromancer settled in this remote corner of the world wound and made a deal with demons, promising to serve them in exchange for their protection. Undead guards kept watch on the towers of his terrifying castle, and outside its walls a tiny settlement emerged, inhabited by intimidated slaves. Now their imprisonment is over. Well, let's just carry on, take out these armies. Liches. 81 liches. How are there so many liches just hanging around? It sort of defeats the point of a lich, doesn't it? Especially if they go down that easy. Can we hit them all? No, they're out of range for us to get all of them. Do another fireball. Got vampires. Okay. Let's just hold up for a bit. Take out the liches. I'm more intimidated by them. Okay, you start picking down the vampires. We'll buff from our bards. Bring out the dogs. Oh, they have a long range of movement.
Huh?
You fireball. Okay, you run round and hit these ones. Okay, the archers can finish off this unit. There's one unit of vampires left. That is nothing to worry about. Oh, they heal when they hit you. That makes sense. They are vampires. Just one Azata. Only a flesh wound. The Crusaders encountered a group of volunteers from Ustalav who joined the Crusade around 60 years ago. Unfortunately, their leader, an influential noble, turned out to be an undercover vampire. He corrupted his army, spreading the plague of undeath among the soldiers, before putting his unholy corpse on the torch. The Crusaders stripped his body of the Before putting his unholy body on the torch, the Crusaders stripped his body of the ancient relics of his family. Cool necrotic dagger. What's this army like? Dragons. Okay. They're going to be the kind of dragons that are resistant to fire. At least they look like dragons. Yeah, plagued dragons. No, we should in theory be able to finish this with one spell. Yep. So much for dragons being intimidating. Once upon a time, an altar of a dragon god Apsu stood atop this high mountain. His noble children used to protect this place of power from demons, but the corruption of the world wound devoured their bodies and minds, turning them into undead monsters. However, even having lost their sanity, they never harmed the sacred altar. Oh, this is our last level for this guy. You want another area of effect spell? Finger of Death. Let's go for... Go for Innovation. It's a bit different. Okay. And we have the teleportation thing now as well. Let's teleport... Let's teleport to this fort. Gonna have a very efficient turn of army movement. Now let's save the mana. Let's do just a regular fireball. Means we can't hit these two separate groups anyway. Okay, Mariliths are strong, aren't they? Now we'll do Firestorm. Perfect. The mountain where the enemy camp was set up has a great view of the surrounding lands. It is no surprise that the demons decided to claim this strategic point. Wasting no time, the soldiers started erecting a fort that would be the commander's eye in the region. Oh, now even more armies have shown up. There's a whole bunch there. Should we go for the 11 army first? Start with the weaker one, then work down? Sure. – 2,700 cultists. That's nothing to sneeze at. Even if our spells can do over 1,000 damage. You know what? Yeah, you come up and attack all the drakes because they're somewhat threatening to us. Archers can do a lot of damage to these big units. I wish bards had higher initiative. It would make so much more sense if they could move first. You could just buff right away. They only did 2 damage. What was I worried about? Let's expedite this a little bit. We're lucky the mages will finish this. Close enough. Always the area of effect spells. Always forget that. Okay, dogs, you come and finish off this group. Or we can save on the mana and just do this with our normal troops. Perfect. With a mighty blow, one of the Crusaders slashed through the dragon's dull and worn scales. Along with stinky guts, the dented armour of a knight spilled from the beast's belly. Overcoming his disgust, the soldier examined the remains of an unlucky dragon slayer and found an interesting relic. Well, thank you. Okay, we might just have to rest for a little bit, even though we teleported over here, because we ideally need a lot more mana than what we've got there. Seeing as mana is our main strategy. Let's also build stuff in these forts before I forget about them completely. Yeah, Citadel, as always. Build a watchtower, because we're going to be doing combat in this area. Build a laboratory and a hospital. You know what? I need to build one here as well, don't I? The Necromancer's Grave. Let's do the same thing. You never know when a fort's going to be sieged, so having a citadel is always good. Yeah, hospital and alchemist laboratory. Hello again, Georgie. Is your hunger satisfied? You're just coming for attention now? That's fine. Yes, it is. Come for attention anytime you want, Georgie. Oh, good girl. Yeah, the military requests the Crusade leader attend a meeting. Good, good. Ah, the Northern Lights. The artifact is complete. The commander now has a secret weapon that can be used during the assault on the Threshold Fortress. Event of Possessed. The scouting party got caught in a storm in the World Wound. Alas, the consequences were most dire. Corrupted spirits entered the soldiers' bodies, taking complete control. What should be done with them? End their lives? Probably not. Perform an exorcism? Yeah, we'll probably do that one. Use them in battle? No, we're not going to do that, even if it is chaotic. We'll cleanse the corrupted spirits. I guess we have that because that option is just objectively better than perform an exorcism, isn't it? Probably have that because of a certain party member. Yep, Albrig performed a secret druidic ritual to cleanse the spirits of the corruption that had twisted them and persuaded them to leave the soldiers' bodies. News that the soldiers have been healed has strengthened the Crusaders' belief in their ultimate victory over the forces of the Abyss. Oh, hello. Yeah, let's do strategic routes, because this was a quest for Wilsa Garms, wasn't it? We'll get that done. We'll do the raising a Dragon Slayer one as well. It's a result of an event we had a little while ago. In terms of armies, there's only, yeah, a few of these much stronger ones are maybe a problem. That one's apparently too tough for us. But let's just recover some energy on this general before we go on a offensive. Let's go back to Dresden, seeing as we've got some Crusade management stuff waiting for us. Hello, Georgie. Hello. She's going to stay at her friend's while I'm away this weekend. You going to behave? Are you? I'm sure you will. Thomas Longar. My lady. An unfamiliar knight enters the hall, a white-bearded old man clad in armour that's polished to a sheen and adorned with an image of Iomede's sword. Despite his age, his movements are confident and his eyes are sharp. The knight's voice trembles ever so slightly, not because of his years, but because of his barely restrained temper. I have come to report treason. Oh yeah, here we go. Who are you? Sir Thomas Longar, paladin by the grace of Iomede and your loyal servant. Until recently, I was Captain Haramatan's adjutant. I was mostly involved in staff work. Alas, I am no longer of age to be fighting on the front lines. A shame that my chance to introduce myself to you has been made possible under such disgraceful circumstances. Where's Captain Harmatan? I'd say he's already made it halfway to Nerosian. That's what I've come here to report, my lady. You are, of course, familiar with the Wary. They're a circle of schemers who have been stirring up trouble, practically since the beginning of your crusade. They are politicians undermining our holy cause with their petty intrigues. How many times have you routed them? And after each time, they were back at it again? Sir Thomas shakes his fist, then gets a hold of himself and continues more calmly. I beg your pardon. I meant to tell you something that you didn't already know about them. Something I sadly didn't know either until now. The leader of the wary, this whole time, the one who incited their insubordination time and time again, it was none other than Captain Harmattan. That traitor, that block-headed fool. Since the very beginning, he thought you were unworthy to lead the crusade. You thwarted each one of his preposterous intrigues, and now he has resolved to mutiny. The captain went to Nerosian to bring back an army, our supposed reinforcements. The moment you let them into the city, he'll order them to seize you. Once that's done, he'll try to take command of the crusade in your place. The nerve. If foolish arrogance could be used as firewood, this army would have never have to worry about keeping itself warm in the winter again. What are you suggesting? I know that traitors must face retribution. What if treason has not yet overwhelmed them completely? Grant the captain a chance to gather his wits. Let us hold a memorial service in honor of the fallen crusaders. Once reinforcements arrive, we'll invite them to join us in paying our respects to our comrades. Remembrance of the fallen is always important, but it won't be much good to us right now. Our main concern must be coming up with a way to avoid bloodshed among crusaders. We could introduce a new holiday. Let's say, a Day of All Good Gods. We'll greet the army with a feast and make the new arrivals sit at one table with our veterans. Let them talk candidly, and they'll see that they're surrounded by brothers and sisters. When the captain gives his senseless order, no one will have the heart to obey. We'll turn the traitor's plan against him. Dresden will become a mousetrap. Let the traitors in, close the gates and block them inside a confined space. Then we can demand that they turn in their ringleader. We will execute him in plain view of the troops. The good captain wants to play at intrigue. I'll show him how it's done. A couple of letters to the right people in Nerosian, and he will never leave the city. Sir Thomas, how did you learn of the treason? Remember the debacle the wary had with their inane mutiny? That was when I first became suspicious. All of the traitors were close to the captain. I pity that I didn't report these suspicions on the spot. I didn't think it would befit an adjutant to inform on his own superior. But then I heard his speeches at the officer meeting, how he blamed you for suppressing the rightfully disgruntled traitors. These words put me on high alert. When the captain left for Nerosian to oversee the arrangements regarding your new allies' support, I made my way into his quarters and searched them. The captain left in a great hurry. He didn't even check to see if the letters he'd thrown into the fireplace had burned properly. There were just some charred scraps left, but what they said was enough to figure out where he was going and what his plans were. On top of the correspondence, I found this. A stack of promissory notes appears in Sir Thomas's hands. They were issued by a certain bank in Absalom. They're worth a fortune and apparently were intended as payment for mercenaries. Captain Harmattan forgot them as he was packing up. It seems he was in a panic, as if he expected arrest at any moment. He casts a piercing gaze at you. He must have thought you were suspicious of him. I was suspicious of him, actually. I saved Galfrey's life. What more could he possibly want? He believes that Her Majesty has made a mistake by placing the crusade in your hands. Once you are under arrest, he'll petition the Queen to grant him personal leadership over the army. What was that scribbling for? What I find most tragic is that I understand the captain to some extent. Despite all his intrigue, deep down he's still a true knight. But just like any knight, he's fully devoted to his lady. Didn't you notice? From the very start, his loyalty was not towards you, nor the Crusader cause, but to Galfrey, to her and her alone. When she set out for Iz, he desperately wanted to accompany her, but his queen gave him a different task. Harmattan had to wait for Mendevian reinforcements in Dresden, form a secondary army, and only then could he move out in support of Galfrey. When you arrived and took command, I think it was a painful blow for him. Let's discuss our options. I hope that together we can come to a reasonable solution. Sealer, what's your plan? Choosing humanity over cruelty often proves to be a better way of handling disputes and problems. The soldiers are not at fault for being led by a criminal. They don't even know what he's up to. Before he gives the order to revolt, we'll receive the army as welcome guests. We'll seat them right next to our soldiers, let the two armies become one. We'll offer our prayers to the good gods, and remind everyone that the spirit of the crusade is more important than our trivial quarrels. Once that happens, even if the captain is foolish enough to issue his order, no one will comply. That's your kind of plan, Sealer. It hinges on an extraordinarily optimistic view of human nature. I, for one, believe that no matter what, the captain will certainly be foolish enough to give the order, and his troops will be foolish enough to carry it out. Daeran, your opinion, please. I have plenty of powerful acquaintances in Neurosia. Some of them owe me favours, and I can offer a lot to others. An army captain is not that big a fish. A letter or two, and he'll vanish like he never existed in the first place. As for the nobles that will help us, we'll have a nice shared secret, and secrets in common bring people together. Having friends in high places that are bound by spilt blood will open new possibilities for us. I believe that you and your cronies are unscrupulous enough to murder a captain of the Crusaders. What I find hard to believe is that you'll be able to pull it off in Nerosian, the heart of Mendev, without getting caught red-handed. And even if you do somehow get away with it, the Crusade's command shouldn't stoop to covert assassinations. Regil, what do you suggest? The army doesn't know it's following a traitor. He wants to order them to arrest the commander, but we'll be one step ahead. We let the troops into Dresden, surround them, then promise to spare their lives if they turn in Harmattan. Then we will tell the warriors what sort of crime they were almost drawn into, right before we execute the conspirator in public. They'll be grateful to you for sparing them from unknowingly being complicit in treason. Lessons like these, ones you pay for not with time or gold, but with blood. These lessons are invaluable both to soldiers and officers. Risky. What if he orders his troops to attack first? What if the troops listen to him? There will be a slaughter. No, we need to defuse the situation carefully, without resorting to direct confrontation. Sir Thomas, what is your advice? Greet the advancing army with the morning bells toll. We will step out toward them and invite them to join us in prayer for all who have fallen in battle during this war. Captain Harmattan's plan is foolish, but he is a man of honour. We'll help him come to his senses and think better of issuing a treasonous order. The traitor is positive he is in the right. As soon as you take one step toward him, he'll command his forces to draw their weapons. Your plan amounts to surrender. Thank you. I defer to your sound judgment, Commander. Here we have Feast of the Sacred Host decree. If we go with sailors, all generals gain +1 to the Heavenly Ward feat for 30 days. That's not very long. The effect's not great. If we do Regils, unlock the Military Exercise decree. All generals gain 50,000 experience points. And all generals gain the Tactical Superiority feat at level 20. All ranged units have a 20% bonus to damage against infantry units. All infantry units have a 20% bonus to damage against cavalry units. And all cavalry units have a 20% bonus to damage against range units. I mean, that's pretty good, although I don't think I'm going to go for Regils anyway. Daeran gives us the Dark Bonds decree. All generals gain +1 level to the Mighty Servant feat. The general has a +3 bonus to power per level of this feat. That's something we can just do over and over again, it seems. Stack that. Or Sir Thomas. The Great Commemoration Decree. A random allied Crusader army is recruited at the commander's headquarters. I like the effects of Daeran's and Regiel's, but I'm not going to go for either of them. I don't think that's our style. So I'm leaning towards Sealer's. I think we'll go with Sealer's, because it's basically the same as Thomas's, but it involves a celebration, which Azata's like. So yeah, Sealer will greet our guests with a celebration. Then it's decided. The Crusaders will not fight each other. The Brotherhood of Soldiers will not stand for bloodshed. Commander, although you are once again victorious in your last encounter with Khorramshaden, I'm worried. We've been interrogating the prisoners, and some interesting information has come to light. It seems Khorramshaden intends to fundamentally alter his strategy, and be on the defensive next time we fight. That is uncharacteristic of him. Indeed, it's uncharacteristic of demons generally. For the most part, they'd all prefer a ruthless onslaught. Our enemy seeks to counter us with a robust formation, overwhelm us with ranged assaults, and grind our attacks to dust one after another. Opposing demons who fight defensively is unknown territory, and we must be prepared for it. I suggest we train our infantry in ways of withstanding enemy shots, which should secure our victory in a ranged duel. Ha! What's this I'm hearing? Demons are afraid and want to fight in the defensive? Perfect. Let them stand there and wait while our cavalry mows them down. The demons intend to fight in a disciplined manner, a plan destined for failure. We will send our infantry out to meet them, and then see who blinks first and attacks. Once they've a good grip on our infantry's throat, we'll surround their entire force and crush it. So the demons have decided to play with us. Well, they don't know who they're dealing with. Give them, let's see. Oh, and even a few daring riders, and I'll put the kibosh on this Khorramshaden's whole strategy, no matter how great a general he is. We got foul beasts scared stiff, eh? They're right to be scared, but it's not enough. An enemy that's dug in, caught on the defensive in an unfamiliar land, they're sitting ducks. We approach them from any direction, and we pick them apart piece by piece. I've defeated Khorramshaden once, and I'll do it again. Well, that's what I'm hoping for, but I would advise against underestimating our opponent. Khorramshaden is like an angry old wolf. Yes, he growls and grins like the others, but he's much smarter, more perceptive, and more experienced than the rest of his kind, and he learns. He learned from his mistake, and now he wants to radically reevaluate his tactics. If you think this is normal behaviour for a demon general, you are mistaken. Khorramshaden may well present us with some unpleasant surprises when we next meet. Want to hear from my advisors? Everyone looks at you. Sealer, what strategy do you suggest? We don't even need a strategy. It works great for us if the demons want to stand there like statues and defend. Our cavalry is fast and deadly. Containing the enemy is all we need to do to turn this whole defensive tactic into we walked right into a trap and we can't get out. So, in essence, you're suggesting we place the burden of winning this battle solely on the cavalry, which means the bulk of our losses will be our most valuable and least recoupable troops. It would be wiser to set the demons on the infantry. Regiel, what's your proposition? I haven't the slightest doubt that the demons will fail to change their own fundamental nature, and thus will not suddenly become a disciplined army capable of either restraint or the execution of complex plans. Sorry, I'm all over the place today. We'll send the infantry out against the enemy, close, a stone's throw from their ranks. The demons' discipline will falter. They will be tempted by the bait and break formation. Then we attack with everything we have and crush them. Koramzaden thinks he can play our own rules against us. This will be his fatal mistake. Greyboy, what were you thinking? There's this trick called Brat on a String. Imagine some guards standing watch. A snooty urchin walks up to them, calls them every name he knows, throws a handful of ox manure at them, then darts into an alleyway. Could you resist the temptation to chase after them and grab him by the ear? No one resists. And in the alleyway, obviously, they find me with an axe in each hand. I fulfilled a number of contracts by catching the victim's bodyguards with a brat on a string, which got me thinking, maybe it'd work for a bigger fight too. A few riders prancing around on their steeds shouting obscenities, their every gesture just begging, run after me, catch me, kill me. You think the demons will resist the urge? They'll forget every order they were given and charge forward. If I may point it out, this tactic seems reckless. A battle plan shouldn't rely on the success of a few daredevils. Okay, Odin, what's your suggestion? The demons want to adopt a defensive stance? Well, that's their business, but it's no reason to change our own strategy. The battle will turn into a ranged duel. We'll move our infantry ahead as a tempting target for enemy fire. I'm certain our soldiers will do their duty with distinction. And while they're launching one pointless volley after another into the shield wall of our infantry, our sharpshooters will be felling them one by one. Training our soldiers as if they were pawns? Vile. Olbrig, what exactly do you have in mind? They've gone and sacrificed their own mobility. It's a gift to our infantry. We just need to act carefully, keep our heads down, and deal rapid strikes from different directions, retreating before the demons even know where to look. We'll run 'em ragged, wear 'em down, bleed 'em dry, and they'll not be able to muster a counterattack. I like this approach, but our infantry won't sustain it. Every attack will see us losing fighters. You need cavalry for this kind of tactic. Everything's clear. Okay, if we go with sealers, cavalry get the contain the enemy ability. Basically stops units from moving after they're hit by cavalry. Infantry units gain bait if we go with Regals. All units in a 3x3 area will move towards this unit and attack for 1 round. I mean, that would work quite well with our dogs. Greyboar. All trainable cavalry units gain the taunt ability. Target will try to move towards this unit and attack it for 3 rounds. If we go with Allbrigs, all infantry units gain the contain the enemy ability. Oh, okay, so it's just whether we give that to infantry or to cavalry. If we go with Sealer or Allbrig. And then Allbrigs, all trainable infantry units gain the juicy target ability. All enemy range units will be able to attack only this unit in the next round. I like Allbrigs. It helped that even Sealer was sort of behind it. Allbrig, let's employ your tactic of wearing them down. We once used the same idea to take down a whole troop of giants. The Oglins here stand even less of a chance. Thank you for your time, Commander. I will get to briefing the officers on our new strategy at once. Once all the preparations are finished, I'll be at your disposal again. Does that mean we have a new mission on the crusade? Often the military meetings will follow with actually playing out the attack they talk about, so we'll see. Is there a new army? Where is Koramzaden? Well, I can't see him around, so... we still have to wait to replenish. How long have I been recording? Nearly 2 hours. Okay. Let's finish this off by going and talking to Daeran. Daeran. I always call him Daeran. Maybe I could headcanon that as Nest teasing him. I'm getting his name wrong every time. Hi, hey Daeran. My name is Daeran. It's Daeran. Alright, Daeran. Cool. We'll go and chat with him. He'll definitely have stuff to say after the after his personal quest. Ugh. I'll try my best to make sure there's an episode tomorrow, but Saturday and Sunday are probably, yeah, not going to be anything up on those days, unfortunately. I will generally try to record ahead for situations like this, but it's just not worked out this time. Oh, Storyteller, we have notes for you. Give you these as well. Yep, you're right. Another piece of evidence. Oh, okay. The Storyteller clenches the praises you brought. His voice becomes a bit younger and more energetic. Everything is ready for me to merge the planes. Baphomet's runes are drawn on the floor of the laboratory. The purple flame of the heart of the tower, this is what I call the crystal now, is pulsating under the influence of secret spells. If I stop to think about it, the pulsating flames echo the beating of my heart, but I don't want to think. It took me too long to decide. If I think for just a moment, I might stop. I choose the Abyss as the plane to merge with Golarion. This is the last gift to my former friend who was concerned about the imminent destruction of the plane, whose fate I will tie to the dying Golarion. Truth be told, I'm not completely sure I will succeed. This is another reason to choose the Abyss. Hardly anyone will grieve if it suddenly shares Golarion's fate. Acrid smoke of burning chemicals stings my nose. My eyes are watering. I haven't rested for several days. I take a step back and almost trip over an empty wine bottle. I came to the end of my supplies days ago, but regardless, my mind is clear and my thoughts are sharp. I stare into the heart of the tower and whisper a magic command. Time to begin. How long has it been since you last saw your friend? The Storyteller waves you off. A year? 2? Maybe 10? I didn't keep track. And what does it matter now? I spent that time working. I checked and double-checked every line of the spells, every symbol. I'm almost sure the merging will be a success. Do you know anything about what happened to Kinney? He is no longer an interest to me. The Storyteller's voice is sharp and unpleasant. He is a traitor. He betrayed me and our dream. The Storyteller is silent for a while, moving his lips without a sound. But I still miss him sometimes. I miss the times when we were captivated by our idea and each other, when I enjoyed respect in a Lushanera, when someone needed my advice and service. Who would have thought that 17 years spent in the Abyss would be my most cherished memories? Continue. Symbol to symbol, word to word, gesture to gesture, the merging begins. I feel the wind of the Abyss on my face and smile. I can do it. I will do something no one else has done before. I am the last great archmage of Kyonin. But now is not the time to relax. I must keep my mind away from idle thoughts. Thoughts are also important in my experiment. My lips read one spell, my hands weave another, and I say a third in my mind. I feel pain, as if I'm being torn in half. My essence, my entire being, my identity is about to change, filled with the energies of the Abyss. I will stop being a Golarion. I will become a new creature, half elf, half demon, a stranger to both planes. The fabric of the world grows thin before my eyes. I see legions of demons gnawing at each other, ripping each other's throats. I see the minotaurs of the ivory labyrinth sitting around the fire, honing their giant axes. I inhale the forgotten smell of a Lushanera's sewage. I hear the impertinent buzzing of locusts from the rasping rifts. I raise my hand to complete the merge and connect Golarion to the Abyss forever. As if on cue, demons, minotaurs, and even locusts turn to me. They freeze before the path opener. I hear Discari's whisper, sense Baphomet's loathsome grin, feel Nocticula's curiosity and attention. The demons are ready to invade Golarion and torment and kill everything that didn't perish in Earthfall. They will degrade the remains of my world until nothing is left. Is this what I really want? My hand freezes. Do you want to stop the merging? The storyteller doesn't seem to hear you. I understand. All this time I was deceiving Kinney and myself. I never wanted to save Golarion. The perishing empires of my world are just empty words for me. I was not interested in the lives that would be lost. Life takes its course. People are born and die. Kingdoms rise and fall to ashes, and even gods have their final day. Those are the laws of the world, and it's not for me to oppose them. However, not a single life passes without a trace. Not a single people disappears completely. While the memory of them lives, while their culture, language, and art remain, civilization lives as well. I never wanted to save the people of Golarion. I only wanted a handful of survivors to keep the memory of Golarion alive. When the demons invade Golarion, they will destroy the very memory of it. They will burn whatever is not burned and desecrate what can't burn. Their invasion spells death for Golarion, and I almost destroyed something that must never perish. The purple flame of the heart of the tower burns my eyes. The storyteller gulps nervously. I carefully lower my hand, allowing the spells to disperse. The elf seems to have aged by a few hundred more years, his face thinner. I almost destroyed Golarion. In my pride, I could have put an end to my world, just to become the path opener, to prove my title of the last Archmage of Kionin, even if only to myself. I don't know what to say in my defense. It's interesting that we couldn't ask questions in that one. I wonder if we went through it again, we might be able to. Are you going to open the world wound? No, yeah, every time it's just as if we did continue. Interesting. Thank you for your stories. Thank you for helping me remember them. No, we still can't make the boots. Interesting. So he was pretty much, well, at least very similar to Aureliu Vorlesh. Like, he nearly did the exact same thing, or potentially even worse. He didn't just open a doorway. Well, he wasn't going to just open a doorway. He nearly just combined the two realms. There you are. I have a number of questions for you. New questions. Well, that is a number. I thought so. Daeran gives you a sad smile. Do you know what that entity haunting you was exactly? We called it the Other. It is not an entity, but entities, though you may still call them the Other if you wish. It's a fitting name. I myself invented several hundred different names for them over the course of our 10 years together. Most of those were completely unutterable in any polite society, of course. If you wish to know what exactly that thing was, I can't give you much more information, I'm afraid. They were countless. They were dead. And they all had some kind of joint consciousness, like a swarm of ghosts. One thing is certain, those ghosts were not of our world. Did you voluntarily agree to all the conditions proposed by the Other? It was absolutely voluntarily. If you forget about the demonic plague or the murderous Lilitu orchestrating it, it was either that or certain death. I guess you're saying it was more coerced than voluntary. What was it like living with that? It was most certainly an unforgettable experience. In all seriousness, though, I'm not sure I'm ready to talk about it quite yet. The other have grown so deep into me, I still can't fully process the fact that the leash, the constant surveillance, is gone. A mind-altering realization in all senses of the word. Why did the Other behave so oddly, concealing their presence by any means possible while at the same time beheading demons and humans alike? I haven't the slightest clue. Absolutely no idea. They did not talk to me much, except for a few rare instances when they wanted to frighten me, or make me do something for them. I'm not even sure about those heads, whether they actually killed anyone, or simply found corpses and took the parts they liked the most. I had plenty of time to hypothesize over the years, and I came up with several theories. I'm not sure if any of them are true, but I think the other were not hiding from us mortals. It looked more like they were afraid of gods and other powerful entities. You can't roam around this world without stumbling upon a cleric or a cultist, and those fellows are more than happy to pass the news on to their patrons. This might be the only reason for the other not to reveal themselves around mortals, although nobody was truly able to threaten their existence until they met the mythical commander of the Fifth Crusade. Why didn't the other come out to defend you before? After all, you found yourself in danger on multiple occasions on your travels with me. That is certainly true. You are a source of endless danger. And fun. As for your question, Daeran sighs. I took some precautions to vouchsafe my life. A contract with Adabar's temple in the capital. It cost me several years' worth of revenue from all my estates combined. Under the contract, if I fail to make contact with the temple for a year, the clerics shall be obligated to use their sacred magic to discover my fate, and conduct a resurrection ritual should it turn out that I have met a premature end. Why did I have to pay for a resurrection scroll those times? I guess it says within a year, isn't it? The other, they knew about it. Like they knew about literally everything else that ever happened to me. I felt their presence, their otherworldly scrutiny, as I negotiated the terms and signed the contract. The prospect of being denied their gateway for a year did not seem to perturb them. The prospect of being denied their gateway for a year did not seem to perturb them, it seems, provided that I would be resurrected later. But with you, it was a very different matter. You are a threat even to demon lords. In your presence, the other were agitated, uneasy, and they flew into a rage when you expressed your intention to kill me. I found out everything I wanted to know. On the one hand, I'll be glad to be able to talk about this freely. On the other, I don't wish to remember it again. Okay. Well, there you go. There's Daeran's questline sorted. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. My throat is getting very tired. So, yeah, thanks for watching. If you want to follow this series, ideally I will be posting daily. Although, like I said before, not this weekend. But it'll be back to normal on Monday. And if you would like to leave a like or a comment, I would very much appreciate it. Anyway, that's all, folks. Thanks again. Bye.